Hello, self-quarantined bass world. This is Noah Reitman joining you again from Vancouver. And I just wanted to put another idea in your head. We're outside now because the weather's beautiful, but you're going to hear all sorts of street noise. So yesterday we talked about long tones. Today we're going to talk a little bit about left hand technique. So these are principles that pretty much any teacher will tell you, but specifically I worked on them with Lee Mesh from the Metropolitan Opera, and so they're really great. It's about how you shape your left hand in all positions and arm mechanics to help support that. So we'll just do first position for now, and think about the first finger. Talk about Roman arch. So you'll see many different styles of bass playing from all around the world, but many people feel like this position is actually not advantageous for getting optimal sound production. So I like to focus on a Roman arch, meaning the whole thing is like this because the Romans felt like this was the strongest position. Now, I'm not an engineer, I'm probably saying it all wrong, but as far as bass technique is concerned, rounded fingers in the lower positions are extremely helpful. So we have these fingers rounded. The most important part about this in first position is keeping the Roman arch not only in the fingers, but also in your wrist. So I see many players come to me and they have a sort of broken wrist while they're playing. Not broken, obviously, but you know, concave instead of convex. So we want a convex structure here. If you remember from geometry class, this is concave, this is convex. And we're just trying to give the fingers as much support as possible. I've already gone out of tune. The float plane is really screwing with me. They're in our range. Anyway. So we're going to focus on first position. So put your first finger on the E string, on the D string, on an E. And to Roger Cole, I do play more than one note. Thank you very much. And we're going to put the fourth finger on the B on the G string. Now, the most important thing is that your arm is developing almost a T with the fingerboard, almost perpendicular. So we're just going to focus on all the notes in this position. We'll just do that much for now. This is kind of a great place to start to think about tone. So obviously we want intonation here is paramount. Good hand position is paramount. But what we should be getting from this exercise is a ringing sound. So it's easy to play, to put your finger on a note. But if your hand is in the right position, the clarity of the tone comes out. And a big criticism of bass playing is that the clarity of tone is not necessarily rich and full of overtones. So that's what we're trying to work on here. So as you're playing the note, move your elbow around with this nice Roman arch in your wrist and see if you can get the note to ring. And you do the same thing with the fourth finger. And the second finger. Now you can do this with a tuner. You can do it with a drone going on. I like the tunable apps drone. If you put that in with your Apple headphones or whatever headphones, and you have that in your ear, as long as they're not noise canceling, at a low level, you can really play that against your bass. And I find it very helpful. So here we have the other problem, which is that this exercise addresses, which is string crossing. It's very difficult to get consistent sound from one string to the next on the bass. If you notice, there's a big distance in the arch of the bridge from one note to the next. I mean, one string to the next. So here, we want to focus on the string crossing. That also happens in the elbow. Now here, watch my elbow adjust to go to the D string. Now back to the G string. Oh, here comes another flow plane. Right in the bass register. Now we're going to add double stops so that we can focus on getting this ringing sound on both strings. And we're looking for a nice overtone. I'll talk about that in a future video. Watch my elbow. Okay, so that's that exercise. I'm going to do the whole thing one time just so you can get an idea, and that should be repeated every half step going up the fingerboard all the way to an A and E, I think. Okay, so once again, we're going to start on the E here. So you repeat that every half step, going all the way up the fingerboard. No more than 15 or 20 minutes because you don't want to hurt yourself. This is more about getting the sound of every note ringing in your ear. Think about the bowing exercise we talked about yesterday. Thanks so much for watching. You can like or subscribe. I'm going to continue to do these because guess what? Just like everybody else, I have a lot of time on my hands and I don't want to go crazy. Any comments that you have, anything you'd like me to go over is another thing that I'll ask you to do. Write down in the comments anything you'd like me to do. Again, we're looking for a really nice bass section at Idyllwild Arts this summer. July 12th through August 9th, I think, are the two sessions. Go to idyllwildarts.org to look that up. Anyway, thanks so much. Bye.